Spirituality means meditation. Meditation is spirituality. Spirituality is not traveling to Himalayas. Spirituality means staying wherever you are, closing your eyes and becoming one with your breath. Non-spirituality is paradise lost. Spirituality is paradise regained.
I was wired to actually expect quick results. I was not mature enough to think of meditation as a journey that requires practice and patience to really see the benefits. Personally, I was able to lower my stress. I've been getting good night's sleep. I'm more self-aware. Now I can respond more and react less.
Some of the biggest takeaways I have from these meditations are definitely in terms of my attitude. I've become more positive as a person. I've loosened up a bit, relaxed quite a lot. And then there is a lot of acceptance.
Before I was a night owl. Now I am an early bird. I'm happy. By the end of the day, I used to be drained out. But now I'm able to sense that change. Like I'm more energetic.
the second business that I was working on from the last few years. I knew that it's like there would be some investor who would be coming and investing. I could sense that, but it had not happened. So immediately as soon as I started this, I didn't even have to complete the 40-day program. I got a call from one of the investors that I was expecting, saying it's like, let's meet and discuss. And yeah, the meditation is magic.
I often people hear saying, meditation. No, I will do it when I retire. Not realizing it is in fact the other way around. If you are into meditation, you don't retire. You retire yourself and prepare yourself for the second inning, third inning, fourth inning, and the journey continues.
I had severe migraine and I was an asthmatic, but now my health has improved. I stopped judging myself, I stopped judging others. I saw the good in others. I dropped all resentments, anger, and that helped me in improving my health.
Each 40 day is a new learning experience, so that keeps me attracting to the sessions.
Basically, what was the most difficult thing is controlling the mind and getting peace of mind among all the things. That's why eminent people who have succeeded everything in life, they are here every morning, because this method gives you the possibility of achieving what is considered impossible.
Okay. Happy evening, dear friends and masters. Hi, Katkins. Wonderful to see you there again. And great afternoon and morning to people from this. See if there is a glitch we're starting off with, but let's see if Rakesh can come back on to get started on this program. But welcome everyone for this first day of our 40-day program that we're doing in English. The Telugu program, there is maybe a little bit of confusion, is at 7 p.m. India time. That happens after this. And so this is the second batch of English program that's happening at this time. Buddha Quantum Foundation is a non-profit organization which is aimed to bring in meditation in a scientific voice in a friendly and compassionate environment to companies, to leaders, to employees, to graduate students, to understand the importance of meditation and its various benefits of meditation, founded and successfully managed by a few corporate leaders, and then inspired by Patriji, who is the founder of Pyramid, and then by Padmashri Karthikeyan sir, Dr. S.V. Balasubramaniam and Padmashri Ramani. We work around the world, across the globe, with volunteers, several participants. Okay. My net is low. Okay, we'll see. So my voice is breaking. My screen is freezing. Just yes, Rakesh, if you're there, you can start off. We will fix my net. Is it there?
Happy evening, friends, and happy morning and afternoon for those joining from the West. Yes, I think Chandra is back, but my name is Rakesh Dalmane, and on behalf of Udasi Quantum Foundation, I heartily welcome all of you. This 40-day program. Maybe audio is also okay.
Though there is a problem at your end.
Yes.
Please check up.
Yes, I'm fixing. In the meanwhile, Karthikeyan sir, it'll be great if you can give your message on this occasion, dear friends.
Chandra, I was there in the morning with you, the coldest night in Delhi, and as you wanted, now I'm here just to greet you. It's been a hectic day for me, and I'll be with you only for a couple of minutes. As promised, I want to be here. I want the evening program. It's going to be very popular. It's most convenient to many people. I'm sure more and more people join and benefited either in the morning or in the evening, maybe if they have time for both sessions. So I wish the 40-day program of harmony greater success than all the other events. And I do hope several thousands will get benefited now. Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, sir. Rakesh, is my connection better this time?
Yes, I think this is better.
All right. So, friends, thank you for joining. A great mind. The goal of meditation is to recalibrate our in the year 99 through my younger medical brother doctor, who was saying that meditation will heal. And then I met Brahmarshi Patriji, and who was telling me that your thoughts and feelings create your reality. So one doctor is saying that you can heal your body through meditation, and then here is a master saying your thoughts and feelings create your reality. And so that triggered me, and I went on a quest to see, is that true? Because here many people that my younger brother seems to get all the illnesses healed, things that medical says perhaps they're not able to heal, but they seem to be saying, the patients, that we got healed, we got better. And so then the others were following Patriji and they were saying, voice is not clear. receives. But here.
Just bear with us, friends. Couple of minutes. Today is day one for the program Harmony. We had the session in the morning, and this is the second batch. Starting out some technical challenges, but that we should be back. But just to introduce myself, I'll be host for this week for this program in the evening in India, and in the east, and morning for the girls from the west. I started my practice of meditation about 2.5 years ago when Buddha Quantum Foundation did a program in Cognizant. And the first 40 days, like what you are joining today, transformed me completely. So you are in for a treat in the next 40 days. And everything that I learned is from Chandra Patriji, who will be the primary speaker today, right? He is my guide, mentor, and a friend who's inspired me and continues to inspire to know more. Chandra Patriji, he started his practice about 20 years ago. And since then, he attributes all his success, including the acquisition of his company to IBM, through his practice of meditation and manifestation. My audio is not clear too. Okay. Okay. One. Is the audio clear? My audio clear?
The audio is clear until now, sir. Just the image is, yeah, like frozen. Friends, yeah, they will be connecting back. Just a few more minutes.
Is my audio better, clear? Video still, you have a challenge?
The audio is good, sir.
Video is still
Better, sir. Yeah, definitely better.
okay. We'll get this. Friends,
Simple technique. When we practice to empty ourselves, we are becoming one with the quantum field of energy. According to quantum physics, we are 99.99% energy and emptiness. And then we are matter so little. And then quantum physics principle is that there is unlimited potential in that energy field. And so we are energy, and then matter so little, and then there's unlimited potential. And then when we heard growing up, and when people say that you can practice, you can do any amount of work, you have unlimited potential, you are infinite. Aham Brahmasmi, that Brahman. When we heard from business leaders that you are a product of your thought, what if you can see it, you can hold it. All of them pointed to this field of energy. Now we can explain scientifically that when we drop our limited mind and body, and then we become that energy field, which is unlimited possibility, and then we intend through our observation, then we can create. The goal of meditation, as we empty ourselves, many things are happening. One, we are experiencing this whole energy. Today, many might have had some kind of experience or other. And in this practice of 30 minutes, in case you felt lightness in your body, please mention that in a chat, lightness. If you felt heaviness in your body, heaviness anywhere, maybe, shoulder is heavy, head is heavy, other part of the body, the whole body was heavy. In case you had body movements, the body was going left, right, it's drooping forward, down, head is going down, body movements of all kind rotating, you felt you're revolving, but you're not revolving. If you had tingling sensations anyway, like energy current passing through your fingertips, tingling sensations. In case you had non-existence of body organs, you didn't feel your hands, you didn't feel your body at all, you lost it. How about any deep pain anywhere? It was not there before, but you felt pain. And if somebody might have seen some colors, some kind of sensation here at the middle of the eyebrows, what we call the third eye point. Might have seen some visions, you've seen some people who you're not expecting, but you've seen people, places, things, some kind of visions you might have seen. If anybody felt any deep feelings, it's part of the process. And I'm sure many or some have not felt anything at all. And all of these are considered where instead we've not felt anything, but instead the only thing that we know is that my mind is constantly going away and away and away, and so thoughts are there. I just could not get my control on the thoughts. I guess that's really probably how some might present their experience. Every experience is valid in meditation. For those who are having that right now, the feeling that, hey, I just couldn't get my control on the thought, and I'm always thinking, and it can be that way for many days, it can be that way for initial few days to many days. And then those who are practicing also often go into that state, it'll be that way because thoughts are always there with us. It's not an expectation that in the meditation you become totally empty. It's not an expectation throughout the process. Thoughts will always be there, but our job is to train our brain to bring back our attention to the breath. And so the more we try it, we form the circuit in the brain to slowly make it effortless. Anything you repeat, it's neuroscience, cells that fire together, wire together. And so anything you repeat slowly, you install a circuit that the moment you have thought, then automatically your brain is pulling you back into the breath. So that thing is going to be formed, the skill is going to be formed. And so we're training it. So normally in a week to 10 days to 2 weeks, people get a handle around it and say, okay, initially what seemed like such a huge uphill task, it'll become pretty easy to now start observing the breath, and thoughts can be pulled back to the breath again. So it's going to happen. We just have to practice it. And so that's for those who have felt that way. And so some who have felt either for duration or for in pockets of time that you had some kind of experience, right? And what I've seen here, so some who felt any of those experiences, they're going to be common, because when we are emptying ourselves, and every thought is about a person or a place or a thing in a given time frame, and so it's about matter. And when we empty ourselves of all thought, then we are slowly removing the notion of our body, our environment, the people, places, everything that we ever known. And so when we remove all the matter, and so what we are innately inside, that energy, the quantum field is talking about everything is emptiness. Everything out there is emptiness, called quantum field of energy. So we experience that energy. And so then we have that energy, and which is infinite. And so there are infinite ways it can show up. And so the experiences are quite unpredictable, and then they are infinite in nature. Anything can, any kind of feeling, any kind of sensation, any kind of vision that we could see, because we're exploring that infinity. But whatever that may be, now this process of meditation is doing a few things to us. When we empty our mind, research shows that by default, an average person who is non-meditative is got anywhere between 12,000 to 70,000 thoughts. An average person is 50 to 70,000, but those who are regularly practiced, the number of thoughts are lesser and lesser. 50 to 70,000 thoughts, somebody who is stressfully living. 50 to 70,000 thoughts, in that 95% are unwanted, negative, worrisome. And so when we empty the mind and we practice it a few days, slowly, all of that unwanted thoughts, the worrisome thoughts, the fearful thoughts, and all of them slowly, anxiety-related thoughts will slowly disappear. They automatically disappear. Again, the same principle, cells that don't fire, and then don't wire, and then slowly disappears from the thing. So some of those older things that are bothering us go away. And so then the thing that is happening is, the first thing with meditation is happening is that stress is getting removed, and then unwanted stuff goes away. And if thoughts create reality is true, and then we're going to understand this very scientifically during this 6 weeks meditation practice, because every day there'll be meditation and there'll be a scientific wisdom session that we planned. And then we're going to understand this very deeply. And how will my thoughts and my feelings create my reality? We're going to get to the bottom of it, because that's something that we all have been using it, and then we all have been creating great future for ourselves. It happened for me in my health, in healing my body, in my health conditions. It happened for me in getting my company acquired. It's happening for us in doing what we're doing now as Buddhist Quantum Foundation, taking it worldwide in many ways. You dream and you visualize in an empty state, in a very neutral state, in a positive feeling state. And so the first thing that meditation is doing is eliminating stress, removing all unwanted stuff. And so then suddenly there'll be a switch in the way we live, and then all the pressures will go away suddenly, because there's a Harvard study. The study said that the events are always same. The events that are happening are same. It is the meaning that we give to that event is what is making us feel good or not good. It is the meaning that we assign is what makes us feel good or not good. And the meaning is always coming based on what we think is success, what we think is true or fact. And so with meditation, all those limiting facts, all those limiting conclusions, assertions about people, judgments, and many things slowly disappear because they're not really helping us to live a greater life. And so then the meaning also starts changing. For example, I used to think back in those days that, okay, my boss was very, very biased at work, very biased. Here, he was always, favoring somebody else. And I used to think that I'm very competent. I've been doing so much, but then why is that the other person is given? This is how I used to think, that he's always giving extra, a biased decision or a favoring somebody else. But then later I understand that his way of doing was to lift the other person up. The perspective changes. We look from the other person's perspective. A team is as good or as bad as the weakest link, and so then you are looking to get everybody up to the speed, and so then they may be doing that, and then we see it as favoring somebody, but then he's seeing it as trying to get everybody on par as much so that there's no weak link in the team. We know this from management principle, that the weakest link is going to decide and determine how good you're going to be in a given team. And so the perspective changes through this simple practice where we are experiencing every day a connection to this quantum field, which is called the whole field, where it's an energy field. And so with meditation, one side we drop all the negative thoughts, another side we experience something beautiful, the connection. And so then we start becoming more empathetic. And meditation, most importantly, is building awareness. Awareness of the moment. It's really slowly, every meditation builds that awareness of the moment. So when the awareness is built little by little, and then so then we are able to catch our thought, we're able to catch our feeling. When there is a situation, when you see somebody, and then there's they want to see them, suddenly triggers and say, oh gosh, so how do you deal with this situation? And then awareness comes in and says, hey, wait. Don't go back to your old response. You can be more patient. You can be more cool. You can be more empathetic, more considerate, as opposed to how you define. So the awareness is key. We got to understand this. And so with awareness comes a lot of emotional balance, emotional regulation. You're driving a car, suddenly somebody cuts across your lane, and then so then the blood boils, the cortisol level goes up suddenly, and then we're going to say a mouthful. And then we continue to, talk about it in the car with somebody there. They're going to reach office. We continue to have a conversation. You know what? It is so close to something. And then these guys just don't know how to drive and this and that. We go on talking for next 2-3 hours about it. That's called emotional derailment. Because somebody does something, we get derailed from that. So we lose our focus many ways. Lack of physical health, lack of emotional well-being. And so we lose our focus on what we want. And what meditation is helping us bring that awareness. And so that emotional regulation is greatly improved. And then meditation removes all the unwanted thoughts. So it helps us to go back and focus. It removes the stress. So physical health is gained significantly. Second week, we're going to talk about health. There are any number of people, various illnesses, starting from migraine headache to irritable bowel syndromes, to any kind of immunity issues, to backaches, to arthritis, to many illnesses people have healed by coming in practicing this meditation automatically in anywhere from 2 weeks to some of them probably have taken 6 months, but there isn't anything that people have told us that they're not healed. But it's happening because meditation moves the body into the perfect homeostasis state. And then the new research around the way our cells are working, that they're always responding to a thought called epigenetics, and so that, and then people who are generally positively visualizing about their great health, and so the tissue seems to rebuild, and so then things like arthritis are also people are healing, where we say, hey, it's all gone, you don't have enough liquid or tissue, but then it seems to rebuild because the epigenetics concept that your thought, your visualization about your body, your signal is making it work well and then produce new protein. And so people are healing. And so we're going to talk about this health next week, but definitely meditation is getting rid of the stress and then creating a sense of positive mind to create great health. I have been in being able to be without allopathic medication for more than 20 years now. Ever since I came into meditation, I experimented on myself. It was great. I became free as a business executive, traveling around the world, and then you always are worried about what happens if you fall sick. Sometimes doctors are not available, insurance is not there. I think a lot of those go away, let alone about the money aspects and other things. But the point is, dear friends, that meditation is making us worry-free about health. Meditation is making us highly focused. We call it one-point-minded. The second thing meditation is doing is we're going to make us very open to this unlimited possibility field of quantum. And bhavam tad bhavati, thoughts create reality. So we look at very openly every situation. Based on our past, if our boss comes and says, hey, can you deliver this additional feature? Based on the past, we would say, it's no way it's possible. I can't do it, because that comes from the past decision. But meditation disengages from the past and makes us stay open, because there is a possibility of what they're asking that we could potentially deliver. We generally are close to these things before even potentially they can happen. So it makes us open, and so it allows things to happen into our life. That's why a lot of meditators, when they come in their practice, they say, these days, what I'm thinking is happening. I thought about that person, they called me. I thought about getting some promotion. My boss is talking about this. And so things seem to happen because we become very open. We're not closed-minded about everything. We're not prejudging things. And so as a result, we're open, so the things seem to come. And meditation provides us this very empathetic response, because it makes us move into oneness state. So dear friends, what we practice today, we're going to practice it every day for about 35 to 40 minutes, go forward from tomorrow. This technique we practice, and then we will learn various concepts. So week 1, this week is about meditation overview. Next week is about health and memory and intelligent quotient. Third week, we talk about how thoughts create reality, this whole quantum field of observation, and what is visualization, how to reprogram beliefs. Fourth week, we are talking about emotional intelligence, how meditation is making us great team players at work, and how to build those great relationships, how to turn them around by developing that whole emotional intelligence. And then 5th week, we talk about something called spiritual intelligence, aligning to a purpose, becoming more around what gives me real satisfaction. We align to a purpose. If a phone has a purpose, a mic has a purpose, and then there's got to be that this intelligent body must have purpose. We all have unique talent and skill, and so meditation helps us to identify what is it that I possess, and then how do I utilize it in a way that I really feel happy about myself. It need not be work. People who are working have found their greater interest towards practicing music or drawing art, and they go and do that. And then today they're very, very happy. If it's all about happiness. And so meditation is helping us to align to the purpose and then give more clarity. Gives more clarity for decisions and align to the purpose. So we're going to understand that in week 5, and then week 6, we're going to understand more concepts. But every day, however, the reason for 40 days is that whatever we practice in meditation, especially breath mindfulness meditation, if you take it and repeat it for enough times, then we're developing it as a habit. 90% of the time we work through our subconscious programs, subconscious mind. Our mind, a conscious mind, right now you're listening to me, subconscious mind, which is deep inside, but it's got these long-term beliefs and memories, and we operate 90%, our days are through that. Everything that we are deciding, we are saying, we are thinking is based on the subconscious programs. The program, if it says that, hey, my English is not good, so I cannot do well anywhere when talking, then we continue to create such thoughts and we continue to create things. So subconscious programs limit us. And so meditation is helping us to access the subconscious to change. And so we are working on, we are going to do this every day for 35 to 40 minutes and then some discussion around it. The second thing is that several business leaders, guest professionals will come in on some days and they're going to share their experiences during this program. And we'll also have opportunities for interacting. But we do have a schedule cut out for each day. And the way to communicate with you is through the WhatsApp groups. I think many of you have already joined. So thank you for it. But in case some of you are not joined, so do take the time to look at your email. There'll be a WhatsApp link invite for you to join. 40 days, there is a lot going to be shared. Every day there'll be a wisdom note shared, mirroring what we are learning, and cells that fire together, wire together. So we use the concept to recollect what we learned through the news wisdom note we send in the WhatsApp groups, a way to just quickly recap. And there'll be announcements, there'll be some books shared and many things. Our goal is, along with the meditation, empower you with sufficient scientific wisdom that you feel like doing it more. It's not a blind belief. Instead, it is scientifically established with facts that you feel like doing it more. You know why you're doing it, so then we do more. Right? So thank you, dear friends. And then if you have a poll that you would like to run, Lalita, quickly, can you run that poll, please, just so that we understand how much practice of meditation do you have? If you're new to Buddhas, you are, if you are already attended some of our programs in the past. In the meanwhile, if anybody has a question, or you can raise your hands.
So we launched the polls.
Yes, I'm looking at it. So the first one, have you attended Buddha Seva's past programs, 40-day or 21-day programs? Second is, if you have been a regular meditation practitioner, where yoga, pranayama, prayer, contemplation, these are not meditations. So if you are been practicing, just choose that option. The third would be, what's the biggest challenge in your meditation practice? For those of you answered that you've been practicing enough, but there's some challenge that meditation is probably still having. And last is your dominant activity of work.
While participants are responding, do you want to take questions from?
Yes.
There are a few people who have raised their hands.
Let's do it. I think I can also close the poll. It's close to 60%.
Yeah. Samsung SM-E21. You can state your name and you can turn on your video.
Okay, we'll be waiting for Shiksha Pandey. Madam, yes, go ahead. Those who raised hand, it'll be good to have your video on so we can readily see if you are intended to have raised it. Yes, please.
I think you're.
I can't hear too.
Can't hear you. You can check your microphone.
Yes, end the poll, please. So what we see here, friends, more than 80% are new, they're not attended Buddha Seva programs, and then almost similar percentage is not practicing meditation to 76% are less than 6 months of meditation practice. Okay, so that's a wonderful, fairly new group here. We can have many questions and understand the process as much as possible, because the practice is simple. And then if you understood it right, I think it can have miraculous benefit, but a lot of times you can make wrong assumptions. Okay, so third question we're going to analyze later. The fourth one, what is the dominant activity? So what we are seeing here in this group, unlike the morning group, so we've got about 55% employers or business owners, entrepreneurs, 30% students here, more unlike in the morning, yes, and then 15% rest. Okay, so we have a good mix of attendees too across the board. Wonderful. So thank you for that. Okay. So friends, we're at 6:45. What we do is, as always, we're going to stay back for a few minutes. But those of you who plan time till 6:45, evening sessions are for 75 minutes, so 6:45. And so feel free to exit at this time, and then we will always stay back for taking questions for 10 more minutes in the evening session. So till 6:55 p.m. India, we will stay back for taking questions. But otherwise, those you planned. So thank you for joining. And tomorrow we're going to introduce the WhatsApp group facilitators. You are part of this WhatsApp group. There are facilitators whose name and numbers are put in the description of the group. You can reach out to them with any questions, and you can reach out to them about anything about the this group's logistics or the program's logistics and all. We're going to introduce them tomorrow in the session in the next 2 days. And they are experienced meditators and then eager volunteers, eager to help. The only one thing that happens once you come to the meditation is to see how we can enable the other person to also learn this simple technique. So they are there. You can connect with them. We also introduce them tomorrow and day after. So thank you so much for joining. And then rest, you could stay back and then we'll take some questions. Thank you. Yes, Rakesh, we can continue here now.
Yes, Shweta, I request to unmute yourself.
I've unmuted. Can you hear me?
Yes, go ahead, Shweta. Can you just introduce yourself and where you're from?
Mr. Shweta Sharma, I'm from Mumbai. Sir, I wanted to know, is it normal to have a discomfort feeling also while the meditation?
Yes.
Very discomfortable, and I almost wanted to stop in between so many times.
Yes. I'm glad that you didn't stop.
So yeah, I tried to keep on going, sir.
Yes, we must keep on going because it's like anything. Right now, your body and mind want to control everything you want to do. And so meditation is exactly doing the opposite. We have to become the master of it. It's master for you. So we're going to get all kinds of compliance, all kinds of indications saying that, oh, this pain is there. Hey, your thoughts are there. Just why are you bothered? So what are you going to get out of sitting quietly for so long? Nothing is going to happen. So all kinds of ideas will come. But please continue to stay. And then discomfort is possible. Sometimes there may be pain. Sometimes there could be some deep, intense feelings. Or some irritation. Then sometimes you feel like your heart is like pounding fast, and so something is happening here. Such things will come. But
I kept on getting pain, very heavy pain in my shoulders. It's still there, even after meditation, but the intensity is lesser.
Yes.
Right now.
Yes. A lot of times that pain is related to healing.
Okay.
And so healing that happens. Imagine a faucet. Which is blocked with something. And so you got to just push that through a lot of energy. And so there can be some pressure on it. It's like that. And so meditation is working on energy body, the basis for all the acupuncture. And so meditation also works on the energy body equally. And so then the pain can come, but it's absolutely safe. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you so much, sir.
Okay.
Yes. Usha Madam, Usha Pacholi.
Yeah, namaste. I just had a question because you mentioned about a WhatsApp group. I haven't received any link for the WhatsApp group, so I just thought, and I raised my hand because I wanted to know how to join the WhatsApp group.
Yeah, the WhatsApp group links, the email, probably you can check your promotions or the other folders in your email provider. Emails have been sent to all participants. Sometimes it happened that it can, move into promotions or spam or
Okay,
the folder.
okay.
Please do check.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you can reach out to our number. Lalita, just please provide the number where they can reach out to. WhatsApp them. They'll help you.
Sure. Thank you.
The number is in the chat now, so you can take that. Yes, it is
Yes,
960695725. Okay.
Right. Thank you. I will just note that. Yeah. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So while you're opening up, I see when doing meditation, I'm in the process of rotation. What does it mean and what is the trick to control it? We don't control it. Meditation experiences where, yes, our head may be spinning, body may be rotating, and all of that can happen. Our hands may go up and down. Some people go into Hatha Yoga postures. Some of them can go in. But whatever happens, be a witness to it. Just observe it. Don't control it. And then observe it, and you're going to overcome that. You go beyond it. You're going beyond it. All right. So we don't control any of the meditation experiences. Instead, we just allow them to happen. That's the key. Yes, please.
Yes.
Thank you from this.
Shweta,
Yes, Shweta, madam.
Shweta, madam, you can unmute yourself.
Sir, we already spoke.
All right.
Okay.
Thank you.
Naveen and can't see the second name.
Yeah. Namaste. So myself Mugdha and my husband's name is Praveen. We both are joining through this link. Sir, I felt that I had slept in between while doing the meditation. I don't know when I just came back, but is it normal? Is it okay? I don't, whether I was tired because of which I slept. I don't understand what happened.
Sure. It's a common experience to go into sleep in meditation. It's also a common experience to feel that I've gone to sleep, although you've not gone to sleep. All right. Both are possible. We're going to talk about some science behind why it happens on Wednesday. Okay.
Okay.
Meditation does move us into a sleepy state. It's something called delta state. And so we do go, and then sometimes we really go into sleep, but it's great. It's the best thing that can happen because body is rejuvenating. We'll understand scientifically on Wednesday. And sometimes we're not into sleep mode, but we just feel because we're not aware what happened. We say, I probably slept. But you will know it biologically by the way your mouth is tasting or things that you can tell whether it's slept or not slept. All right. Not every time we sleep, but it's just fine. Common.
Okay. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, sir.
Okay. And you will go beyond it over a period of time. So sometimes meditation, every time we sit down, we just say we are falling into sleep. Okay, falling into sleep tomorrow, day after, like that can happen, but continue with it. It's an intelligent process. It is driving itself to let the body experience what it is required. You know that this body is so intelligent. We're not even aware that in 1 hour, in the last 1 hour that we are here, more than 300 liters of blood has been circulated through our heart. 300 liters. You know how many buckets of it is? 15 buckets of blood is just going through it. We're not even aware. It's all just happening. It's such an intelligent body. So it's aware, it is knowing, it's doing a lot of things. So in the process of meditation, where is the interference is taken out. We remove all interference. Thoughts interfere into the streams through various hormones that get produced called neurochemicals. And so when we remove all the thoughts slowly, we're allowing the body to function at its natural best. And so many things can happen here. And as part of this emptiness. So we just sit through these experiences, madam, and then we're going to go beyond them over a period of time into a feeling of bliss, feeling of wholeness, oneness. How many people felt today? If anybody felt like they're just so connected, they didn't want to come out of meditation. They felt good. They felt like it's so good that you are the existence. Did anybody feel that today? Please mention in the chat. This is where we're going to go through this practice over a period of time. Yes. Next question.
We'll probably take one last question, and then friends will have more opportunities in the coming days to interact. So,
Okay, sure.
Madam.
Yeah, very good evening to all the team members of Buddha CU. Firstly, that I would like to express my gratitude. It was a wonderful session. Second, I have attended many other sessions also of Art of Living and others, and it is basically that I want you to come back to the same thing which I sometimes used to do, and come back to the practice and all that. So the main experience which we have not talked about till now, most of the questions have been answered though, that in between some time it was nothing beyond, there was no body beyond the nose, and it was all just white light. It was a different experience for me. For this experience was the first time. It was just a white light, and then in between there was some dark light, nothing beyond which I could feel. Is it all okay? Dar bhi lagta hai, honestly, because have heard too many other things also about meditation. So, that's the only question I think which I need. The rest all have been answered.
Congratulations, madam, for your experience. The goal of meditation is to drop ourselves completely. When you felt a bodiless state, because see what happens in meditation, we go thoughtless. That means we forget everything about ourselves, the matter. Everything that we see, know of is material self, matter. And we completely forget that. And so then what we experience is that energy. And so you're experiencing that. Everything below your nose is not there. And you're merged into this whole infinity, the quantum field. And so that has that, which is what we call the super conscious mind. All right. We will go through this learning slowly, but this is the state we want to go to in meditation, when we really let go of everything. And so it is absolutely safe. So think of it. What you're doing, you're only observing the breath. You can't really do any harm. All right. We're only observing them in the most comfortable posture. I did not even ask you to breathe faster or slower, nothing, right? And so there is got to be very, very safe. You ask any medical fraternity, they'll tell you, no, you're relaxing, so it's okay. And so everything is safe. We just, the people go away because they're not properly guided. We hope that we can guide and we understand this process. So just stay through it, and then everything will come together right. Okay.
Yeah, okay. And what if I ask my friend to join tomorrow? Is it okay? Because the first day today has gone.
They can join, no problem at all. And there'll be a playlist in the YouTube channel, so they can go back and listen to what has been talked about today, and they can join too. But we're going to repeat this technique every day, so anybody can join and then get into it. Okay.
Yeah. All right. Thank you.
All right.
It was a wonderful session. Thank you so much.
Wonderful. So thank you, friends. So Rakesh, maybe the 2-3 people, you can take that. I'm going to exit to join the other one. All right. You can take this and then close the session, Rakesh.
Sure.
Thank
you, Chandra.
Yeah. Bye-bye.
Yes, Gautami madam. I think. Yes, go ahead.
Good morning and good evening, everyone. And Namaste, Chandra sir and other team members. Today it's a very good experience, and I felt lighter in the body, emptiness in the mind, and what I experienced was it's a kind of electric pulse at the place of heart. So, and at the end of the session, I want to stay for a long time, but the session is over. So I want to know the meaning of that kind of electric pulse. Probably, heart or maybe the Anahata chakra is related to it. Could you please explain it? Thank you.
Yes, wonderful, madam. You said, right, you wanted to stay longer. That's essentially what we want to do. That's the state that we want to be in. And the experience that you felt, again, as Chandra mentioned, we are 99.999% energy, right? So there is infinite experiences that we can have, any different variations of experiences that we can experience, right? So everything is safe. As again, Chandra mentioned, we are talking about observing our breath. Okay. But since we are mostly energy, there is all different possibilities of experiences, and that is perfectly all right. So all you have to do is just observe it. At some point, you might get insights, but at this point in time, you enjoy the process, right? If you're practicing, just beginning to practice, which is great. So you observe and enjoy that process, right? So it's a perfectly normal experience.
Okay. So the electric pulse, that is like a something
electric
related
pulse
to
is energy. Electric pulse is energy, right? So it can come out in various ways. For some, it can, it used to come, for me, it used to come in some pain in some parts of the body. For me, at some other point, I would feel heaviness, in my head, and then I wouldn't feel my arms, fingers. Below the body, I couldn't feel anything. At some point, my this whole face, there would be like tingling.
Okay. So after, so I also had that kind of things, like, my right side, mostly, my middle finger and ring finger, maybe there are energy nodes. So while during meditations, so most of the time that the right side of my hand and everything, they react in the sense like this. I get pains, but those pains are existing for a long time, days together. So it's not going away. So the healing is so slow.
How long have you been practicing, madam?
More than 1 year.
Okay. So you've been practicing this.
I started with Everest.
Okay.
Yeah, I was in Everest group.
Okay. So we can have a separate conversation.
Okay.
It can continue for some time. Again, but we can have a separate, because I can understand specific situation, and then we can discuss.
Sure, sir. Yeah, definitely. I'll be in touch with you. Thank you.
Mr. Uttam Banerjee.
Yeah, thank you so much for the session. I just want to know, I'm having cold and cough for the last 10 days, 15 days maybe. Should I continue with this session, or should I do it for the next? Because it's irritating during the meditation also. Thank you.
This is the best thing for you when you are having cold, because I'm experiencing. So I know I've had this little bit of discomfort 2-3 days back, but I chose to meditate a little longer, and I'm completely healed out of it. I'm just come out of the entire cold and cough. So you just practice it. Initially, you might feel that you want to cough, but it is again a sensation, right? So you just come back observing the breath. It will go away eventually, right? So the whole process, if you really look at it, we are recognizing there are thoughts or any sensations, but when we get that sensations, after we recognize, we come back to observing the breath. So don't worry, continue the practice. So the more we train our mind, it will eventually ignore that discomfort. Okay, so my suggestion is continue the practice. You will see the benefit. All right, friends. Damodarji.
Good evening. I have been doing from 1st of December, Ana-Pana-Sati. And today's session is wonderful, and very new things have been explained. My question is a curiosity out of curiosity. I'm from Delhi, senior citizen, 66-year-old. I'm a diabetic patient and that comes. My objective to get cure. And one more thing I would like to know from sir. Yes, as you have said, observing thought means deleting, erasing the unwanted thing. And the question, when we observe, observing means high tension cable is going. By observing, we can get the energy. How it happens? That is my curiosity. But I have 100% belief that the learn after from 1st of December. So by observing how we get this cosmic energy and cure our all these elements. That's my question, sir.
Okay. So you'll learn more. Again, as Chandra said, we'll talk about health and others. Okay. But the process is not, we don't ignore the thoughts. We're not saying that just, cut off. When we recognize, we observe, we accept that the thoughts are coming, okay, and then just shift your focus to the thought, to the breath. We don't analyze, oh, why is that thought coming, or I'm still getting thoughts. We don't get into that. We don't start analyzing why those thoughts are coming. We recognize, we accept, okay, because thoughts are normal process of our mind, right? But then we train our mind to come back to observing the breath. So when we observe our breath, when we completely become empty, then we move away from the material. So 0.001% that we see, and 99 towards the 99.99%, which is energy. The thoughts typically are of the physical, right? So the thought is of the person, event, or place, right? So these are all matter. So when we take off the thought about those material, the matter, then we experience energy.
Okay.
All right. So, and you'll get to know more about the health benefits in the coming week. So just stay on.
Okay, thank you. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you. So, all right, friends. It's great to see, on the first day. We are going to have an exciting journey in the coming days and weeks. Look forward to be part of that journey and do interact, right? So there are we'll introduce the teachers, facilitators, whom we can directly interact with, and you'll get a lot more information when you are part of the WhatsApp groups. You'll get a lot more information about the practice and about additional wisdom about the scientific wisdom. All right. So thank you, friends, and I look forward to see you again tomorrow. We have 2 batches, one in the morning from 6 to 7:30 a.m. India time, and second batch is 5:30 p.m. to 6:45 p.m. India time. So whichever your convenience, please do join. Thank you.